Let me say this gently. If rest hasn't been helping and you don't know why you're still tired, this video might feel uncomfortably accurate. If weekends don't feel restorative anymore, if even after slowing down you still feel heavy, it doesn't mean you're broken. Most of the time it means you're not burnt out. You're carrying too much. And the hardest part is, a lot of what you're carrying doesn't look heavy from the outside. So today, I want to talk about a quieter kind of exhaustion. The kind rest doesn't fix. The kind most people never name. And if this feels familiar, try not to fix yourself while listening. Just notice. We use the word burnout a lot. Burnout from work, burnout from life, burnout from responsibilities. And sometimes that's true. But here's what many people don't realize. Burnout usually comes from doing too much. This kind of tired comes from holding too much. Holding emotions, holding expectations, holding things together quietly. And because you're not collapsing or falling apart, you assume you should be fine. But inside, you feel heavy. Here's a simple question. When was the last time you felt truly off duty? Not distracted, not scrolling, not numbing, but genuinely allowed to stop being responsible for anything at all. If that question feels uncomfortable, that tells us something. Because one of the biggest drains on your energy is constant emotional responsibility. Being the one who thinks ahead, the one who keeps things running, the one who notices what needs to be done before anyone else does. Even when you rest, part of you stays alert, and that part never gets to sit down. There's a type of weight people rarely talk about. It's not physical, it's not visible, it's the weight of being emotionally available all the time, checking in on others, managing moods, holding space, being careful with your words so no one gets upset. You might be good at it, you might even be proud of it, but it costs more energy than you think, and the nervous system doesn't forget. Another quiet weight is unfinished emotional business. Conversations you replay, things you never said, things you said but wish you'd said differently. Your brain keeps these open like tabs, not because you're dramatic, because it's trying to protect you. It's saying, don't forget this, don't let this happen again. So even when you're lying down, part of your mind is still standing guard. That's not burnout, that's vigilance. Burnout feels like being empty. Carrying too much feels like being full of things that were never meant to be held all the time. This is why rest sometimes doesn't work. You can take a day off, you can sleep in, you can do something relaxing. But if your nervous system doesn't feel safe enough to power down, rest just becomes pause with tension. Your body is still braced. Your mind is still listening for the next thing. And that's exhausting. Here's something important. You don't feel tired because you're weak. You feel tired because you've been strong for a long time without relief. Strength looks admirable on the outside, but internally, it often means never putting the weight down. And eventually, the system says, I can't keep doing this. Not loudly, quietly. So what actually helps? Not productivity hacks, not forcing better habits, not pushing yourself to recover faster. What helps is learning to put some of the weight down, and that starts with permission. Permission to not be the strong one for a moment. Permission to disappoint someone slightly. Permission to let something be unfinished. Even small permissions matter, because every time you choose to carry a little less, your nervous system learns something new. It learns that it's safe to rest without staying alert. Here's a simple place to start. Ask yourself this, not to answer perfectly, just honestly. What am I holding right now that doesn't need my attention today? Not forever, just today. You don't have to solve it. You just have to notice it. Awareness is already a release. Another gentle shift is this sentence: I don't have to carry this alone. You don't need to explain it. You don't need to justify it. Just letting that idea exist changes how heavy things feel. Shared weight moves differently through the body. If you've been resting and still feel tired, please hear this. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not failing at self-care. You're just carrying more than your system was designed to hold continuously. And you deserve moments where you don't have to be on. Quiet improvement doesn't come from doing more. It comes from learning to stop holding, even briefly, even imperfectly. And as you go back to your day, just notice what feels heavy. Not to fix it, not to judge it, just to recognize it. That's often where things start to feel a little lighter. Take it slow. You don't have to put everything down at once, just enough to breathe.